What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation, coming at you from the Denver yard, getting my mind prepared to take this first load out of here. I just want to talk to you guys about 3 words you do not want to be telling your dispatcher. Before we get to that, listen, I've had a lot of people over the last 2 years ask me who I should talk to in the recruiting department if I'm thinking about coming to Prime. Never really felt comfortable giving anybody's name out until now. Spoke with a brand new recruiter at Prime. Her name is Heather Murrill. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that last name correctly or not. If you're with Prime, you might have seen her in one of the last recruitment videos, but spoke with her, kind of told her what my apprehension was, and she was like, Lyle, I got your back. So I'm going to leave Heather's information in the description below. If you're thinking about coming to Prime, just hit her up directly. There's a place where you can apply online, as well as a phone number to contact her directly. All right. Also in the link below, some people ask me what are some things I keep on the truck. I didn't want to leave a long list, but also in the description, there's a list of some things that I keep on my truck. All right, so 3 things you never want your fleet manager to hear come out of your mouth. Before payday cutoff, you do not want to train your fleet manager to run you like you're a broke driver, unless you're broke, which might be the reason that you're saying before payday cutoff. Just joking. But listen, before payday cutoff, I'm going to tell you, if you train your fleet manager to give you loads that are dropped before payday cutoff, you're setting yourself up to take potentially take a whole lot of loads that may not be the best loads for you. I'm going to go back to a conversation I was having with somebody when I first got into trucking. It might have been my first or second month, but I'm talking to a guy and loads came up or whatever, and he was saying that he turned down a load. Yeah, that's what happened. We were talking about turning down loads, and he said he turned down a load because he wanted a load that dropped before payday cutoff. And I was like, well, what was the load? So we kind of went over the loads, and I'm going to try to remember what they are, but this is going back like a year and a half, but the point remains the same. He ended up taking a load that was going about 300 miles for maybe $475 or $500, just because it was going to drop that next day before payday cutoff. The load that he was turning down was a load that was going to take about 2 days. I think it was a little over 600 miles, paying $1,400 to $1,600. I don't remember what it is. The point really isn't the figures. The point is, if you're taking loads based on payday cutoff, and you're taking a load that's worse than a load that you could potentially get that drops after payday cutoff, what you need to do is start, at least, maybe not everybody's in the position to look at things like this, but after a while, okay, after you've been driving for a while, there's really no, from a lease side or, whatever, there's really no excuse after a certain point to be still looking from week to week. At some point, you need to start looking, month to month, quarter to quarter. You need to put your vision out a little bit further. The further ahead you look in the future, the better things are going to be. Trust me. Yeah, so that's my main point. Everything that we do, and this could be your fleet manager, it could be, personal relationships outside of Prime, but everything that we do trains people to treat us a certain way. And if you train your fleet manager that you're more interested in loads that drop before payday cutoff than the actual best load, you're costing yourself money. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that quick one out there. For some reason, they told me my PTA was 12 o'clock today. So it's now what? Well, it doesn't matter what time it is. Usually they get me out of here pretty early. I didn't want to rock the boat because I'm not sure if my fleet manager was taking a little bit more time off into this day since Easter was yesterday, and I didn't want anybody else messing with me. So if he comes on and asks if I'm ready, I'm going to say I'm ready. Other than that, I'm just going to sit in the cut here and not really worry about it. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I do appreciate it. Give Heather a call if you're thinking about coming over to Prime. Links in the description. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.